This sports broadcast made possible by contributions from the following. Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your heating and cooling needs, featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service, visit them online at customheating.com. Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? Save time, shop online at rosenhyundai.com. Tom the Plumber, Inc. is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at tomtheplumberinc.com. The Windy City Bulls. For tickets and game information for the official G League affiliate of the Chicago Bulls, visit windycitybulls.com. Checkup, the Snapchat of basketball. Find and set up nearby basketball anytime, anywhere. Download the app in the Apple App Store today. And Buffalo Wild Wings. Visit their locations in Algonquin and Hoffman Estates for some award-winning wings spun in one of 21 sauces or dry rubs. Or try a tasty burger or wrap. There's something for everyone at Buffalo Wild Wings in Hoffman Estates at Route 59 and 72 or in Algonquin on Randall Road.
And welcome back. A pleasant good afternoon, everyone.
This place to bring the whole family for a great night out. We are nearby in Algonquin and Crystal Lake with specials all week long. Enjoy 65-cent boneless wings on boneless Thursdays and Mondays. Get half-priced wings on Tuesdays. And stop by on Wednesdays for 99-cent chicken tenders and $1.49 kids meals. Sign up for our free Plays and Rewards loyalty program. Earn points, get rewards. It's more of what you love to what you already love to do. It's all here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Algonquin and Crystal Lake.
And you're back to help us out.
Yeah, somewhat grown up, yeah. This has got me reminiscing about the old days back in 8th grade, back in the good old days where it all started.
Yeah, in high school, years ago.
Download it.
Hey, we've got a game here midday. It's Marian Central and Kennedy from the city. And we're about to see how these two teams match up. You said you had a chance to play the Kennedy squad last year as a basketball player. So maybe have a little insight on them. Marian Central always competitive. Regrettably, I've had that many chances to watch these teams running around this year to streaming broadcast possible. So we will get a chance to sort of take this in as first-time viewers, I guess.
Yeah, well, let's. I hope to see a competitive game between the two teams, and I'm expecting a good game.
All right, your starting five for Marian Central, which you see dressed in the white and red, is Herbst, Baranski, Kramer, Golembiewski, and Limbaugh. For Kennedy, it's Justin Melendez, Chris Diaz, Ivan Rosillas, Javier Mendez, and Jacob Ricardo, the starting five for those guys, who are dressed in white, and they've got those yellow gold numbers on the back of their jerseys. And we are just about ready to go. A fresh 8 minutes up on the scoreboard, as you see in the bug in the bottom part of the screen. And to get it going here, it is Kevin Herbst for Marian Central, and he is facing up against Jacob Ricardo. Herbst a senior, Ricardo a junior for those guys. And with the blow of the whistle, we're going to get it going here. And away we go. Tip controlled by Marian Central. Quickly to Limbaugh as he has it taken away. And now back left to right is Justin Melendez, who's going to run it for those guys. The lefty flings it down to the far side. Bring it back this way is Diaz. Diaz for three. Looked like somebody may have got a piece of that one. The rebound is controlled by Marian Central initially, and then they've got it back now here near side. Golembiewski kicks it back out. Far side for three. Back part, no good. Early going here in game number 20. Try it again. Near side. Golembiewski for three, no good. And the rebound controlled by Jacob Ricardo for Kennedy. Ricardo's one of the big men down there on the floor for those guys. We don't have him listed with a height, but he does play the center position for those guys, so he'll be one of the big men, so to speak.
Yeah, went up strong for that rebound, expecting to see a lot of rebounds from this kid.
Justin Melendez has got it, dribbles with the left. Gets back into the hands now of Chris Diaz. Down low to Ricardo. Ricardo, post play.
Nice up and under move. Fortunately, just couldn't finish
there.
there.
Charlie Kramer with the rebound. Picks up the dribble. Has it stolen away. We've got a loose ball and bodies down on the floor at midcourt.
Good defensive pressure. by Justin Melendez. That's great defensive pressure, good hustle.
So most of these teams, Kyle, are about halfway through the season. What are some of the things as a player that you are noticing halfway through in terms of minutes, who you're playing with, the flow of the game? How does that all working out this time of year?
Well, right now, the important thing is that you're getting ready for the end of the year. That's what every basketball team is looking forward to. They want to play well in playoffs, and that's what they're striving to do the whole season, to play well at the end of playoffs, at the end of the season. And what they want to do right now is just get chemistry, work together, and just become the best team possible by the end of the year. So they just want to get their feel for each other, and like I said before, just build that chemistry and hope to be ready once the playoffs come around.
Ricardo got the scoring done, and Ivan Razilas came off a steal there, and he puts it up. So Kennedy with the 4-point advantage here. Now, how do you sell that idea to players? Because players are thinking, man, I want to play. End of the season, geez, we're only halfway through. Coach, give me a chance. Or, you know, how do you, as a player, how do you sort of weigh the, I guess, the balance of getting ready for the end of the season? Because, you know, coaches are always thinking about that. Hey, how are we going to get into the postseason? Because really, that's kind of what it, you know, what it all boils down to. How do you handle that as a player?
Well, it all starts in practice. You gotta prove your worth in practice, and then if you're not a starter, once you put in work during practice, and then you get put into the game, you need to prove that you can hold your own. So I think if you're not a starter and you're looking to play more, just go hard in practice, and then if you get an opportunity in the game, just try to capitalize on the opportunities that you're given.
Three-pointer draws the timeout, which is sponsored by Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin. You're looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned, save time. Shop online at rosenhyundai.com. It's been all Kennedy. It's 7-0 right here. Marian Central called the timeout after that three right in front of their bench, and they are looking to get things
that
going
timeout to regroup. Yeah, basketball is a game of runs. It's all about runs. It's about how you can deal with the other team going on a run, and then you want to be able to withstand that run and then go on a run of your own. So let's see what Marian can do out of this timeout.
Jake Baranski brings it up, flings it off to Kramer, trying to work it down low in some post play, and we've got a foul away from the ball. It looks like it was number 12, Chris Diaz, the junior, who just hit that three a few moments ago.
Yeah, definitely a hot start for Kennedy.
Little penetration down low there, gets in the hands of Herbst, puts it up, it's no good.
And it's not like Marian is taking bad shots or anything. They've had good ball movement. They've had good open shots. They just haven't been able to hit yet.
Yeah, it looks like they're a little bit more methodical in terms of trying to get the offense going.
Yes,
trying
absolutely.
to get exposed maybe some of the size difference.
Yeah, they've had open threes. They've just haven't been able to knock them down. You just got to keep shooting. If they're open shots, you just got to keep shooting. They're good shots. So I'm expecting them to fall eventually for Marian.
Melendez, long three. It's a foul, and the ball's tapped out of bounds with just 5:02 left here in the first quarter. Thanks for watching. You know, one of the neat things with these streams here online, Kyle, when you start playing these games on a Tuesday, a lot of people can't come to these games.
I was just about to say, not too packed of a game here.
That's because everybody's watching at home or at work. But don't tell anybody. Up the floor is Baranski again, tries to get around the corner with the right hand, picks up two defenders, flings it up top, and it's retrieved by Golembiewski.
And I think the further you get into the tournament, the more competitive games you see, and I think that's when more people start to show up.
Nice move there by Charlie Kramer as he skips through.
Great drive.
And now Marian Central on the board. Always been a fun team to watch in this Hinkle Holiday Classic, no doubt about that. Melendez there tried to dribble drive in with the right hand, but loses the handle on it and picks up a traveling violation, so 4:28.
Must have had some popcorn before the game. Fingers a little buttery, slipped off.
That's right. They've got everything out here, concessions. And what a lot of people don't know is not only is there a varsity tournament going on, there's also sophomores and freshmen playing at the same time. So you've got three different levels of basketball here at the Hinkle.
It's a big gym. You can fit a lot of games in here.
I tell you, it is. It's
they have like 3 different field houses with big courts on.
They do.
With multiple courts.
When you've got a main gym and the varsity tournament isn't in that gym, you know
that's a big high school. That's when you know it's a big high school.
They call this the competition gym. That's where we're at here, and they had the floor redone a couple years ago. And
it's a nice gym.
Three-pointer on the way, and it's good for Golembiewski. He gets in the scoring column, 7-5. It's been a while for Kennedy. They haven't scored in a little bit.
Yeah, see, Marian, now they're starting to hit their shots.
Nice, give and a go there.
Yeah.
Gets back to Ricardo. Give him 4 as he puts it off the glass, and it's good.
It's a very nice find by Justin Melendez off the drive. See if he can hit another one. Ooh.
Last touch by Red, and Kennedy's going to bring it up the floor here with 3:48, 9-5. Still a lot of basketball to come. We're only halfway through the day here. 8 games a day. Yeah.
It's a big tournament.
I think that was a Beatles song, wasn't it? 8 games a day?
Couldn't tell you.
Hey, a long 3 there is good.
Nothing but net.
Ivan Rosillas, he's got 5. Just a sophomore is Ivan.
Wow.
He's out there getting in the mix defensively, too.
Yeah, it's good that he's getting this varsity experience at a young age. It's pretty impressive, especially after that shot he just hit.
How much do you think that helps, having played varsity basketball in high school yourself? If you had the opportunity to play up as a sophomore, you think that would have helped you if you got meaningful minutes?
Oh, absolutely. Getting exposure to the varsity play is very important for development. It's way faster paced than freshman and sophomore, and it's just you're playing the best kids in that high school. So getting exposure at a young age just gets you even better for by the time you're a junior or senior, and then by that time, I mean, you're so experienced that you're going to be the leader of the team, basically.
First trip to the free throw line for both of these teams as Justin Melendez sinks his first one. Couple substitutions to tell you about. Church is into the game now for Kennedy, as is, where did he go here? Bryce Radcliffe, number 5 for Marian Century. You see Bryce on the screen right there.
See, now let's see if these guys can capitalize on their opportunity. The coaches of Marian Central is trying to get something going here, get some new guys in, try to create a spark, get some energy.
Nice save, right back into the hands of his own guy. And up, powers it in, is Herbst, and he's fouled. And he is going to go to the line shooting 2.
It's nice to see. Way to go up strong there. Draw the foul.
First one is good there by Kevin, the senior. Got him listed as 6'6", 230 pounds. Something tells me
it's a big boy.
Maybe on the football team too.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Next one is good. So we are flawless from the free throw line. Both of these teams 2 for 2, making an even 4 for 4 for both parties.
Yeah, when it comes down to the end of the game, these free throws that you miss early on are really going to play a big impact. So it's nice to see that both teams are hitting the free throws.
You know, coaches look at that too. You know, dang it, if we would have hit our free throws.
Oh, if you really want to make your coach mad, then miss your free throws.
Anthony Gonzalez has checked into the game for Kennedy. Rebound taken down by Bryce Radcliffe, who came in a moment ago. Quickly back up the floor, Baranski, near side. 3, Golembiewski rattles around, no good.
Yeah, he hit one previously.
Jacob Ricardo is a presence down low for Kennedy. He's got that tall frame, and he's got a build to him as he sets a nice pick there.
It's a solid boy. See what he can do with it.
Yeah, flings it out. They're going to reset things here. Justin Melendez, top of the key with the left hand, looking, nothing going on. Same pick applied by Ricardo. Down to the corner for 3 is no good. Ricardo, one-hand tip, gets it back, puts it up quickly. No good. Good effort there.
Yeah, good aggressive offensive rebound there.
I see that a lot more, that players are sort of breaking away from that traditional go up with the 2 hands, come down with it, to tipping it around until they can gain control. I'm wondering, is that something that guys are working on, or is that just sort of a preference thing?
I think it's definitely is a preference, but if you're skilled enough to be able to tip the ball in, I mean, tipping the ball in is pretty tough to do. So, I mean, also depends on how high you can jump or how you time the rebound. But tipping is definitely very hard, but it definitely comes down to preference, I'd say.
Melendez just up the floor, puts it in, he's fouled, he's going to the free throw line. How about that? Justin Melendez, the junior, as he takes it the length of the floor there off the steal. He's got 4 points and a chance to give himself 5. Minute 39, first quarter action. Ben Erickson alongside Kyle Scully for this one. Hinkle Holiday Classic from Jacobs High School in Algonquin, Illinois. Thank our sponsors as we get into this a little bit further, and let's see if he can convert the and one. Leaves it a little bit short, and the rebound controlled by Thomas Menner, who has recently checked in for Marian Central. Golombiewski with it. Picks up defenders. They're going to swing it around the horseshoe. Far side for two.
Great
It's good.
ball movement there. Great ball movement.
Nice little baseline shot there for Thomas Menner. He is in the scoring column. Thomas Jr. for those guys.
Swinging the ball around the top of the key like that and then finding a wide open jump shot. That's perfect offense. Perfectly executed.
Melendez tried to eye the three. Gets it into Ricardo. A little bit too much. Gets his own rebound off the glass. Ooh. No good, but he's going to go to the line. 16-9. Kennedy has had the lead the entire way here.
Yeah, Ricardo's been very aggressive on the offensive glass, and if he keeps that up, he's really going to cause a lot of havoc for Marian Central. They need to get a body on him and box him out. I mean, it's easier said than done, but he's had a lot of action in this first quarter on the offensive glass.
First fling is no good. Still 16-9. Kennedy with that 7-point advantage. 1:07 here, first quarter. Takes his time a little bit more that time, and it was worth it because he thinks that he's got 5 points, Kyle, for Ricardo, and they're going to give him a little bit of a breather. I was kind of wondering about how much of the pace he was going to be able to keep up, and that gives Gerardo Romero, who also has a pretty big frame, has checked in. So they're not losing too much. We'll see if he's got the same energy or the same motor.
That same aggressiveness.
Yep. Baranski somehow comes out with it. That one gets into the hands of Bryce Radcliffe, and he brings it a little bit closer.
Good touch, nice finish by Radcliffe.
Looks like they're going to bring it down maybe to one more shot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Marian Central is not having that. They're going up and pressuring Kennedy.
Nice. Oh, nice no-look pass. It tried to get into the hands of Romero. We couldn't handle it. It trickles out of bounds.
It was a great move by Melendez. Just unfortunately couldn't connect with the pass.
A trio of guys down there that look extremely quick. Melendez, Correa's in there. He's number 5. That ball's tipped and goes out of bounds. So when you don't have the size advantage, you've got to capitalize on speed, and it looks like that's what Kennedy is trying to do here, is they've still got that 6-point lead. Of a couple of replays going into the quarter here. See some of this shooting. Show you one of the Marian Central three-pointers, Kyle, and then one of the Kennedy three-pointers as now Kennedy ends up with it. It's Romero with it. He gives it up over to Correa. Correa tries to dribble in there. He's met with traffic.
Tried to plow him over.
He did. For way back! Oh, almost goes just Melendez, but let's take a look at the Windy City Bulls replay. Marian Central three-pointer here. That is A.J. Golombiewski.
Good kick out for the nice open three-point shot.
And then we've got another one on the way here for Kennedy. Look at that.
The rainbow.
From way back. Oscar.
Nothing but net.
Melendez. Check that.
Buffalo
That's Ivan
Wild
Rosillas.
Wings is
Buffalo
the place
Wild
to
Wings
bring the
coming away
whole
right
family
now.
for a great night out. We're nearby in Algonquin and Crystal Lake with specials all week long. Enjoy 65-cent boneless wings on boneless Thursdays and Mondays. Get half-priced wings on Tuesdays. And stop by on Wednesdays for 99-cent chicken tenders and $1.49 kids meals. Sign up for our free Plays and Rewards loyalty program. Earn points, get rewards. It's more of what you love for what you already love to do. It's all here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Algonquin and Crystal Lake.
And we're back. We saw a couple of replays there, those sponsored by the Windy City Bulls. You know, Kyle, the NBA G League affiliate of Chicago Bulls has a special family pack offer for you. Starting at $76,
Sweet.
you can receive 4 tickets, snacks, and swag. Visit WindyCityBulls.com for more information. Here's how the scoring went in the first quarter. For Marian Central, Kevin Herbst has 2, Charlie Kramer with 2, A.J. Golombiewski, we saw in the replay, with 3, Bryce Radcliffe has 2, Thomas Menner with 2, and for Kennedy, Justin Melendez has 4, Chris Diaz 3, Ivan Rosillas with 5, and Jacob Ricardo also has 5 points. So a fresh 8 on the scoreboard, and away we go. Decently played first quarter by both of these teams. We're not seeing really any decided height advantage from both.
That's
if anything, it's a little bit more of a
game.
speed.
Yeah. They're battling here.
That one kicks out. Baranski tried it. Going to be saved between the legs right into the hands of Marian Central, and Jacob Baranski. Little baseline shot by Radcliffe is no good, and Kennedy tries to push it up the floor as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Marian's getting nice open shots. Just again, they couldn't capitalize there. Both teams are being pretty aggressive on the offensive boards. Both of them have gotten multiple second chance and even third chance opportunities.
Some good energy the day after Christmas.
Oh yeah, must have gotten some good gifts.
Both of these teams have had 2 days off. Walking the tightrope there, and Justin Melendez stepped out of bounds. Another substitution for Kennedy. It's Ivan Rosilla's back in there, as Justin Melendez is going to sit down and take a breather.
Yeah, he was everywhere on the court in the first quarter. He deserves a break.
Nice inbound there. Goes to Menner, who puts it off the glass, and it's good. It is good. He's got 4 points, and he's going to go to the line for his and one opportunity. Ricardo checks back into the game as he's had a few minutes to rest a little bit, and Romero has a seat. Eyes it, flies it, it's good. Menner now has got 5 in the game. Kennedy, a little confusion on who's going to inbound here. Correa brings it with the right hand and then gives it back to Anthony Gonzalez.
Marian's coming out with a little bit of pressure.
Nice head fake there, kick it back out top to Gonzalez, gets it down to Ricardo, who's tied up, jump ball. Possession arrow says it's going to stay on that side of the floor. So things change a little bit when Ricardo's in there, no doubt about it. The little guys try to get it down to him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's a presence in the paint, or he has been so far.
Trying to get it in, kick it out to the safety valve up top there to Correa. Now back in the hands of Rosilla's. Ivan's got 5 points. Dribbles with the left, gets down low, picks up a couple of defenders and gets it back to Mendez. Big difference in high school basketball between college. These long possessions can take place on offense. Can't do that in college with the shot clock, and Ricardo puts one off the glass. Ricardo's got 7, leads all scorers so far here today. Leaning in, shot no good, getting his own rebound. Up with the left, ends up on the floor is number 22, Mike Husek.
Way to stick with it. It followed his shot, and it ultimately paid off for him.
19-16, things get a little bit closer. Ball taken away, it's Bransky with it, brings it up with the right, looks up the floor. Nearly goes out of bounds, back up top to Ricardo. Ricardo flings it away. Looking up the floor, off the fingertips.
Ball's flying everywhere.
It is, it's like a pinball game, but I'll tell you what, these guys are doing a good job of looking up the floor, and you don't see that a lot. That takes some time to be able to get the ball in your hands, process everything, what's going on, look up the floor, and get it to an open man.
Yeah, and for especially for Kennedy, a smaller team, transition offense is very important. If you're a small, quick team, you want to outrun the other guys, or for them, they want to outrun Marian and get open layups.
You know who else is quick? It's Tom the Plumber. Tom the Plumber, Inc. Tom's your local family-owned plumbing contractor. He's honest and affordable. You need to visit TomThePlumberInc.com. Thank Tom for being aboard here at the Hinkle Holiday Classic. Pretty exciting game here. We've talked about it a couple times. The pace of play has been just outstanding.
Very quick, yeah, very quick. Both teams have quick little guards that can push the ball up the floor.
Baranski kind of a mini step back there. Doesn't get the 3 to go. Ball's tied up again. Possession arrow says it's going to stay over here on the left side of the floor. And Marian Central. Marian Central, we're in the red and white. Got the little gray trim around the numbers, a little bit on the shorts. Actually, I think that's going to be blue, kind of a North Carolina
blue. Blue and white, blue and...
My vision is failing me.
It's okay.
Kennedy, I know they're white, and they've got yellow with blue.
There you go.
Could be black, I'm not sure. Ball trickles out of bounds. 5:36 left here in the first half, 3-point game. Marian stacks it up. They try to get it in the hands of Herbst. Gets away from him.
Oh, nice find.
Get it down to Husek. Husek's got it still
getting
trying
mauled
to get it
by Kennedy defenders.
That's a good way to put it. Again, quick up the floor. Melendez has it out of his hands, and a big body Herbst knocking everybody around, and we're back to that pinball action as we've got a blocking foul called right about half court.
Yeah, that's the one negative thing that could happen with trying to have too fast of a transition offense. You can throw a really long pass, and then it just gets intercepted, or a long sloppy pass. It just can easily get stolen.
Charlie Kramer, who started the game, checks back in. Bryce Radcliffe coming off the bench with 2 points, checks out. Jacob Baranski still got it here, comes around with the left hand, as you see. Switches back to the right. Kick it up. Shot no good. Rebound controlled by Kennedy. It's Justin Melendez again. Nice dribble behind the back. Looks up. Pops. Glass. No. Rebound. Ricardo with the right. With the left.
Everywhere.
He's fouled. He's going back to the line.
If I'm Curtis Price for Marian Central, at halftime, I am going to get into my players and tell them to box out Ricardo. He has been everywhere on the offensive glass, and he's honestly why Kennedy has been in this game, because he's been able to create second and third chance opportunities for Kennedy.
He has now got 8 points. He is 2 for 3 from the free throw line, as we've got a new body checking in for Marian Central. It's Sam Limbaugh, one of the starters. He comes in. Mike Husek, the senior, checks out. Ooh, we're going to have a lane violation against Kennedy there.
Didn't matter.
Well, we
talked
about how aggressive they've been, just a little too aggressive there. That was Oscar Melendez.
Jumped the gun a bit.
Crashing into the lane. You know what? When you don't have the size advantage, you've got to try to do anything you can to try to get in there and get positioned.
If you're undersized, you always need to play with the chip on your shoulder, and so far that's what Kennedy's been doing.
Down low to Herbst, puts it in. He's got 4. Marian Central bringing it within 2.
Would you look at that?
Mm-hmm. Kennedy went on that 7-0 run to start the game. Marian Central had to call that timeout with a 3 shot in front of their bench, and now they have brought themselves back into this one.
Good cut. Just couldn't hold on to that one.
So now Marian Central with a chance to tie or better. And if they do, it'd be the first time of this game that they've had the lead. Baranski does much of the ball handling. Hands it off to Golembiewski. Baranski for 3. It's going to be off to the right. And that rebound taken down by Melendez. He doesn't have to wait for anybody. He's the guy that handles the ball. Nice pass. Down low. Couldn't handle it as it goes out of bounds. Oscar Melendez. Possibly some relation there, you would think. The Melendezes. And he couldn't handle it. It was a nice pass, though. 20-18. 2-point advantage. Kennedy trying to stay on top. They come out of the city. It's a nice little jaunt to the west here in Algonquin, Illinois. Marian Central just up the road north in the Woodstock area. That one goes down to Herbst. He puts it up, and it's good.
Very
Herbst,
nice finish.
The other big man making his presence known here. Herbst has got 6. Tie ball game. Chris Diaz, one of the starters, has checked back in there. He's got that one tipped away. It's going to stay on his half of the floor. So we've got a tie game here.
Yeah, Marian Central was able to handle Kennedy's run. They were able to withstand it very nicely and made it a very close game now because of it.
Pretty well spread out effort, too. They've got 6 different guys in the scoring column for Marian Central. Herbst is kind of the guy that's tipped the scale here. He's got 4 this quarter. Diaz with it. Gets it over to Melendez. He shouts out some direction. Melendez, right hand, gets in. Tries to take it himself. That one's tapped away. It's going to stay on that half of the floor. An expeditiously played first couple of quarters here. We haven't had a whole lot of stoppage in play. We've only gone to the line 3 times, I think, in this half, 3 or 4 times. Nice quick pass. Can't get it to go. And now Marian Central brings it across. Pass to Baranski. Gets in. Gets it away to Limbaugh. And he is fouled, and he's going to head to the line.
Yeah, nice aggressive move by Limbaugh.
Sam, they've got listed as 6'3", 230-pound senior.
It's Ricardo's second foul. Better be careful there. Don't want him to get into foul trouble. Take him out of the game.
Yeah, it looks like Church is going to check in for him.
Yeah, it's a smart move. You want to save Ricardo for the second half when it matters most.
Anthony Church checks in for Ricardo. And they did that in the late part of the first quarter as that second one rolls in for Sam Limbaugh, the senior. He's got 1 here this afternoon. Far side, Melendez. Followed closely by Charlie Kramer from way back. Hits the front part. It's no good. That was Chris Diaz. Nobody underneath for the rebound. As you had mentioned, Ricardo has checked out to take a breather. Little hesitation to dribble there for Baranski. It's tipped out of bounds. 2:36 left here in the first half. Thanks for being aboard here in the Hinkle Holiday Classic. This is game number 20. So officially, we are halfway through the tournament at the close of this game. Of course, the home school, the Jacobs Golden Eagles, play later on tonight. Those are always really fun because the gym packs up a little bit more for those guys. Rebound control by Limbaugh with the right, no good, and somehow in there for the rebound, at least briefly, was Church. And that one scoots out of bounds and trickles over to
the leg of Diaz.
Trickles over to the broadcast area there, just below us. So hopefully nothing got knocked over.
Don't think the ball was flying in too hot, so I think they're okay down there.
Yeah, you never know. You get those. Sometimes you get nervous. You get scared. They may have got scared. Slaps it. Kramer looking. Outlet all the way to Baranski up top. Baranski no look pass. It's going to go low post there to Charlie. Kramer's got it, and Kramer's now got 4. Strike that. That was Jonathan Preston, who was a starter. Charlie Kramer was a substitute.
Marian Central can build on their lead a little bit here. Guess not.
That one trickles out of bounds. A little bit of misdirection there for Kennedy as they're trying to figure out who exactly was supposed to pick up the assignment. Bryce Radcliffe's going to check into the game, and they are going to give Jacob Baranski, point guard, a little bit of a rest. Melendez setting it up. Back over to Diaz. That one is taken away. Melendez tries to get in there, can't do it. Got a little action in the backcourt there.
Melendez was all over him there. Good defensive pressure.
Jaden Thiergood has checked in for Marian Central. You see him on your screen. He's number 15 as we've got a whistle and a foul against Chris Diaz. Diaz got 3 points, hit that 3 in the first quarter, nothing since. And another substitution is Anthony Gonzalez is going to go in for the aforementioned Chris Diaz. You're a basketball guy. You will probably be excited to see this sponsor that we have. It's a new app for basketball players that you might want to check out. That one goes off the glass. It's no good. App's called Checkup. And it's actually put together by a couple of guys you may know, the Williams brothers, Ari and Armani Williams.
Oh, yeah, at Elgin High School.
Put together this app. It's like the Snapchat for basketball. So if you've got a pickup game going down at the rec center, you get on this app, you tell everybody where you're playing, and then everybody shows up.
That's a pretty sweet idea.
It's got a video component, too, so you can do you can tape different parts of the game and put highlights and stuff up there. It's kind of it's actually a really cool idea.
That's a great idea.
As we've got just under 30 seconds left here in the first half.
Not just great basketball players, great innovators.
Yeah, it's kind of neat because I know, I mean, for me, I don't have many friends that play basketball, and the younger people that I'm friends with on Facebook, when they're down playing basketball, people put posts up all the time when they're playing. As you see a body fly right into our camera there. That was Jonathan Preston.
When you're looking to play a pickup game, you want to go somewhere where there's a lot of people and you can get a competitive game going. So yeah, that's a great idea.
Looks like there's like a map feature where there's different like push pins that you can put where games and stuff are going. It's really neat. You get a chance to see that here as Jonathan Preston goes to the line. He eyes it, rolls around, no good. Thiergood in there for the rebound, can't get a hold of it. Anthony Gonzalez now dribbles with the right, back to the left. Just 5 seconds left. Gonzalez gets his man up in the air, puts it off the glass. It's no good, but he's going to go to the line. You know how much coaches love those fouls, but just 1.6 seconds left.
Yeah, I got to stay disciplined.
All right, Anthony Gonzalez is going to go to the line here.
Who was on him? Was that Radcliffe that committed the foul? Or
I think so. I was just trying to take a look at the scoreboard there to see who committed that foul. I think you're right because I think they've got Radcliffe up there for 2 fouls now.
Yeah, but there Radcliffe just got to stay on your feet and go straight up there. I bet you that's what his coach is going to tell him right as he gets back to the huddle during halftime.
Gosh, neither free throw good there as time expires. The shot would have been no good, as the referee says. So let's take a look at a quick replay. Bulls replay. You see off balance there and foul.
Great finish.
But it goes in. That was a great finish.
Acrobatic layup.
You got it. All right, let's send it to a break here at halftime. We're back in just a little bit.
Basketball?
Yes, sir.
Let the people know what that's like, man.
Check up Snapchat of basketball this Sunday, December 17th. Y'all go check that out, man. Download it. Any basketball event.
Oh my God. Cross queen, step queen, snap. Whoa, 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 get up,
Buffalo Wild Wings is the place to bring the whole family for a great night out. We're nearby in Algonquin and Crystal Lake with specials all week long. Enjoy 65-cent boneless wings on boneless Thursdays and Mondays. Get half-priced wings on Tuesdays. And stop by on Wednesdays for 99-cent chicken tenders and $1.49 kids meals. Sign up for our free Plays and Rewards loyalty program. Earn points, get rewards. It's more of what you love for what you already love to do. It's all here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Algonquin and Crystal Lake.
All right, we are back. Pleasant good afternoon. It is Marian Central with that 3-point lead. There I am on camera. Scully, check this out. You made the big time. That's us. I know it'd be a lot better if we were on radio because you wouldn't have to see us, but you've got a three-point lead. Marian is up on Kennedy. Kyle, it was Kennedy most of that first half. Marian just kind of stuck with the game plan and brought it back close and took the lead.
They kind of just stuck with it slowly but steadily. They just methodically were able to keep their way in the game.
Part of that game plan for Kennedy, at any rate, was getting the ball down low to Jacob Ricardo. However, for Marian Central, Kyle, they have got 7 different players in scoring in the column, that is, led by Kevin Herbst, the big senior. He's got 6.
Yeah, that's a sign of a well-rounded, strong team, and I expect them to stay in the game the whole time because they've been playing pretty consistently, and they are able to get nice open shots because they create open shots for each other by moving the ball around. They have great ball movement, or they did have great ball movement in the first half.
And we've talked about the pace more than once in the first half, and when you've got those high-energy, high-paced games, even though not a real high-scoring affair by any means, still exciting to see the guys play that all-out effort on defense and make things happen. Yeah,
Kennedy has been playing with a big chip on their shoulder. They've been pressuring Marian, and they've been all over them, especially when they get it in the paint there. When Marian is on offense and they get the ball in the paint, they get swarmed by Kennedy defenders, and they've been able to create a lot of steals off that. And then they turn it into transition offense, and they get layups.
Yep, a lot of speed for Kennedy. Marian Central kind of a combination of the two. Of course, Ricardo, the big presence down low, who's back in there for the Crusaders, as that pass off the left hand out of bounds was supposed to go down to Chris Diaz, who's was one of the starters for Kennedy. And Marian Central now going to take it the opposite direction this half.
Yeah, those are the type of possessions you want back, especially in such a close game like this where every little thing matters. The way you win close games like this is by doing the little things and getting those things right.
Another steal and a takeaway, and that wide open layup there by Justin Melendez doesn't go. Is there such a thing as being too open? That happens.
It seemed like it there.
You could hear the feet of the Marian Central defender there as that quick pass goes up and in. They're able to get it.
They scored off it. They scored off it. It's all right.
Yeah, Diaz puts it off the glass, and it's good. It's got 5. Now, this is your first tournament game doing play-by-play. Now, you've been to the hospitality room. You're probably going to set up a cot. You're never going to leave.
Oh,
They take care of us here, don't they?
Absolutely. Any type of free food, I'm there. You don't have to say anything more.
Yeah, they do. They're just unbelievable here at Jacobs High School. They take care of the referees, the coaches, the media crew.
And very nice.
We've got 10 people working in the media crew alone. It's I know we put a big dent into that food that they have, but they just do a great job of really all around. You've got 3 different levels of play here. It's just good stuff. So
I'm not gonna lie. During halftime, I went and I slammed on some mazzarella. So
you did.
That was very good.
The putback by Limbaugh is good there. Limbaugh Sam has got 3, and we've got a timeout. This timeout sponsored by Rosen Hyundai. You looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? Save time. Shop online at rosenhyundai.com. Now you've heard their commercial on the radio, the Rosen, where the guy's singing.
Oh yeah.
They apparently, I don't sing well because they didn't send that one over. But I do like the idea of being able to you buy everything online these days. Why not buy a car? Save time, shop online, rosenhyundai.com.
That's where the future's heading, I guess.
It is. Pretty soon we won't have to come to these games anymore. The internet will just do it for us.
Then you don't get the camaraderie of the game
or the hospitality room.
Oh yeah, then you don't get free mazzarella.
Hey, we're having fun here. Melendez gives it up to Rosillas. He's got it near side, behind the back, and that one's picked off by Klombuski. He gets up, fouled by Ricardo, and they say count it.
Good news. That's Ricardo's 3rd foul. That's very bad news for Kennedy. He's been the main source of their scoring and rebounding. He's provided a lot. He has a lot of influence on it.
The senior, A.J. Golombuski there, steals it, takes it all the way home, gets fouled, puts it away, and now he has got 6 just like that. He has doubled his point total on one movement down the floor, 28-22. This is the largest advantage for Marian Central.
It'll be interesting to see if Kennedy's going to keep Ricardo in the game or not.
Yes, he does have 3 fouls and 8 points. Nice little floater there in by Javier Menendez.
Melendez is...
Mendez.
He's done a great job attacking Marian Central, and he gets the ball in the lane, and then once they collapse on him, he just dishes it out to an open man. He's done a great job at that this game.
Looked like A.J. Golembiewski got poked in the eye as we see him. He gave that ball up and wanted it out of the way, or maybe he's got a bloody nose maybe or something.
Yeah, it looked like he was holding his nose there. Not for sure, though.
Hard to tell.
Oh,
or
no,
maybe
it's his eye. Yep,
he got scratched up by his eye maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Looks like he's a tough kid. He's going to play
You know
through
that.
it.
It doesn't take much when you get up around the eye. You get something in that, your eyes watering for an hour.
Same with the nose. You get hit in the nose, you start sobbing.
Well, he's going to stay with it. That one goes behind the backboard, no good. That one is saved by one of the Kennedy's teams. Boy, oh boy, you look down there at AJ, he is just in anguish as he keeps going back up to that eye and nose area there. I don't think he's bleeding, because if he was, they'd have taken him out. I think he's just got an eye that's probably just, you know, the faucet is running on that eye after getting poked. Flinging it up, no good is Rosilla's. And here comes Golembiewski there, operating potentially with only one eye. Limbaugh kicks it back out in the corner for three, short, no good. Ricardo up there for the rebound, but it gets into the hands of teammate Mendez. Diaz with it. That one's swatted away. And Baranski's going to try to take it coast to coast. Kicks it out far side for three. No good. That one also short. Golembiewski off the side of the backboard, no good. Another shot up is also no good as Baranski came in with a follow. So 5:20 here, 4-point advantage for Marian. And it was a 23-20 advantage for that same Marian Central team going into the halftime locker room.
Looks like head coach of Kennedy's had enough. He's having 5 new substitutions in, and honestly, if I were him, I'd be pretty ticked off too. I mean, Marian Central just got 2 or 3 offensive rebounds, and we're able to capitalize off of it with the free throws. So
well, it's either that or he's having a hockey flashback, because we've got an entire shift change here, as you said. You have, oh my goodness.
Yeah, if I were him, I'd be mad with the starting 5, how they play defense there. So maybe he's trying to send a message to him.
He must be, because everybody just came out of the game. So we've got Romero in there, we've got Church in there, potentially some people we haven't seen before. Anthony Gonzalez is in there. Now here we go again in transition, all the way back, up off the glass, no good, another foul.
Well, we talked about
man, the pace. Good Lord, boys. Bransky is fouled. He's going to the line.
And earlier we talked about since it's mid-season, you're trying to get a feel for your team and get players in and see what they can do. And it's a perfect time for Kennedy. The players that don't get to play as much as the starters, now they can show their worth and try to take advantage of the opportunity that they're given right now.
Herbst is going to check out. Dan Dusek is going to check in for Marian Central as they've got a 6-point lead. Baranski here trying to nail down his 3rd free throw of the afternoon. He does. He's got 3 points. Just a sophomore is Baranski for Marian Central.
Wow.
We talked about that and the importance of getting those minutes, meaningful minutes as an underclassman.
Yeah, very meaningful minutes. You're getting a lot of experience right now as a sophomore. It'll be interesting to see how good he is by senior year.
Romero with it. Things are slowing down here steadily. Oscar Melendez with it. This is a fresh 5 that went into the game. He goes up with the left, and he is fouled. So we're going to send Oscar Melendez to the line for the first time this afternoon. 7-point advantage for, for Marian Central. Game number 20 of this Hinkle Holiday Classic. Oscar eyes it, lets it go. It's a little bit short. Four players in the scoring column for Kennedy.
Wow, they're carrying a lot of the weight there.
And none of the players that are into the game right now, well, with the exception of the last free throw by Melendez, that's your first bench player that scored here today. So the starting 5 doing the bulk of the scoring for Kennedy. That's Limbaugh. We got a 3-pointer, and that looks like that was our sophomore, Baranski. Yeah. Got 7 points this quarter.
Starting to get hot.
Pardon me, 6 points this quarter. Still hot.
Yeah, keep giving it to him. That's another sign of a good team. If you see one of the players getting hot, you see they're starting to feel it, you want to create open shots for them, get them some screens, try to let them continue to keep shooting.
Clean block there by Dusek. And it's going to stay on this half of the floor. But you've talked about that a couple of times, knowing when a team is on a run to stop that run and then be able to match it. And now you're talking about just sort of a trend. If you get one of your guys are hot, keep giving them the ball. So
yeah, and these are the type of things that you want to go through as a team, that you want to figure out. And
how much do coaches talk about that? Is that sort of a thing that is that sort of one of the unspoken things of the game, or is that a thing where a coach says, guys, if we get a guy out there with a hot hand, give him the ball until he cools off?
Well, it's just that's just being unselfish. That's just being a good team player. That's just the sign of a good team. If you see that one of your teammates is hot, that
give him the ball.
Yeah, because if he's hitting his shots, yeah.
Coach James Hinkle, the namesake of this tournament, we've heard him. We've done some ECC games. He's actually yelled at on the air, give him the ball. So he's quite the character, and we're glad to have him. So another timeout called here. It is 34-25. Marian Central with the lead over Kennedy, and that gives us a chance to tell you about Tom the Plumber. Tom the Plumber, Inc. Tom is your local family-owned plumbing contractor, honest and affordable. You need to visit him at tomtheplumberinc.com. So special thanks to Tom for being aboard here for the Hinkle Holiday Classic, as well as all the rest of our sports schedule that we do. This coming into the tournament, we had already done 5 games, so officially with the 17 games that we've done here, plus we've already 22 games into the season so far.
Oh, wow.
Of course, this game being put together by your former classmates in the Beacon Academy at South Elgin High School.
Shout out to them.
You have somehow graduated and gone.
So yeah, I was able to slip by.
It was that 40th credit was tough. I know we were all holding our breath, but you made it. You're at IU now. We thank you for coming back, and a 3-pointer there is good. Anthony Church says, Kyle, thanks for being here. And just like that.
Yeah, it was a good hit. Sparked a little bit of energy in the Kennedy team.
Now we'll see if what you were talking about holds true. If you got a guy that just sinks a
they should
like
absolutely be looking for him on these next couple possessions.
3:06 left here, third quarter. Kennedy had the lead most of that first quarter. Marian clawed its way back into this one and has since taken the lead going into that halftime locker room. You were right. They did go right back to him. Push foul from behind.
It was smart that he didn't take that shot, though. It was a good read. Don't want to force anything.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Having the discipline as a player. Am I taking shots just to take shots, or am I taking the high percentage shots?
Don't want to force anything there.
Outlet. Anthony Gonzalez with it, right around the edge of the Golden Eagle logo on the floor.
Interesting approach. Marian Central looks like they're doing a 1-2-2 zone now.
Ultimately, it did go back to Church, whose three-point attempt was no good. So far, your analysis is holding true here as Romero leans in and draws the foul against number 4, Jonathan Preston, who I had been calling Charlie Kramer, so I apologize for that if you're watching on the replay here.
It's okay, Erickson.
I'm getting my colors wrong. I don't know how to read numbers anymore. This is a good thing. This is the first and last game I'm probably doing all the time. I'm going to fire myself after. Swing it around. Marian Central comes back with it. Ball goes out of bounds. It's Jacob Baranski, the sophomore, who has got 6 points all in this second half. And he's going to have a chance to add to that a little bit. No, take that back. The players were stacking it up like we were in the bonus.
Yeah, they called it on the ground.
So not so fast. Baranski slaps it.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if they keep giving it to him.
And that inbounds pass quickly goes out of bounds.
It takes a lot of confidence as a sophomore to be able to play well at the varsity level. I mean, you're with guys 2 years older than you. It can be intimidating for sure.
Yeah, I would think that would.
Especially when you're at the point guard position, when you need to lead the others, it takes a lot of confidence. It's impressive.
You definitely have to have confidence to play up. There's no doubt about that. Three-pointer on the way, front part no good. Rebound controlled by Kennedy. Romero has it, gives it back to Church. He's going to try to get in, flip it underhanded, and it's taken away quickly by Marian Central. Jacob Baranski gets rid of it into the hands of Thomas Menner. He's got 7. First time he scored this half.
Yeah, Kennedy seems to be struggling a little bit. can't get too much offense going, with the exception of that 1-3.
3 on the way, front part, no good. Trying to get his own rebound, he does. That was Oscar Melendez. And a whistle substitution here. Number 21, Spencer Hines, is checking into the game for Dan Dusick. Check that, Dan Dusick is going to stay in the game. He's checked in for Jonathan Preston. Down low, big body off the glass, fouled and going to the line with 1:27 left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Menor had 3 guys on him there.
And when you're undersized, I think that's what you have to do. You just have to, everybody's got to collapse on that guy and not give away the free bucket.
Just make him feel pressure. That's all you can do at that point.
Menor had a and one that was good in the second quarter. His first free throw toss in the third quarter is good. He's got 8 points this afternoon. Game number 20 here at the Hinkle Holiday Classic. We are 1 quarter away from being halfway through this tournament. Off the front is no good. And the rebound controlled by Kennedy, and we've got a whistle. That was Correa who ended up with it.
Yeah, Marian seems to be pulling away a little bit as Kennedy's struggling to score here.
Seemed like Kennedy really had their lungs in that first quarter. They were running all over the place.
Yeah, they're
trying
definitely
to maintain that
they're
pace.
slowing it down right now, and I think that's the main reason why they're having trouble scoring, because their success came from transition offense, and now that they're slowing it down and playing a half-court offense, they're struggling a bit. So they need to start turning up their pressure on defense and create offense.
Yeah, you had the speedsters in there, and then you had the big body in Ricardo, and he's picked up his 3rd foul pretty quickly this half, so they had to take him out. That one rattles around, just a 2-pointer it looks like. And that was number 5, Ronaldo Correa, who scored that.
Yeah.
That's his first score of the afternoon.
That was a nice looking move, nice pump fake, sweep through, dribble, hit the pull-up jumper.
So Kennedy keeps it close. 3-pointer on the way by Dusick, no good. Tipped around right into the hands and fouled by a host of Kennedy Crusaders.
Yeah, it's evident that Kennedy's missing Ricardo right now, because Marian is just getting a bunch of offensive rebounds, and they're creating a lot of second chance opportunities, and they've been getting fouled a lot because, I mean, Kennedy's undersized. They can't keep up with these Marian centers.
Yeah, a lot of that sort of tip rebounding technique is Menor's first free throw.
Not exactly centers, but just Marian's size.
Right. Definitely a size advantage, no question about that. I would say they're pretty even in speed. You've got a couple of flighty guards, as one of them actually checks out in Baranski. We've got Bryce Radcliffe checking in for Marian Central.
Yeah, each team has a solid set of guards on their team.
But you are right, Marian Central is definitely taking advantage of the size. They've got 2 pretty big bodies in there. "17 seconds left. Romero with it.
Let's see if Kennedy can cut the lead here.
Back to Melendez. Oscar has it taken away, and here comes Marian Central now. Just 4 seconds left. Who's going to take the last one? It's Dusick for 3. No good. And at the end of 3 quarters, it's 38-30. Let's take a look at that crazy 3-pointer that Kennedy saved a moment ago here on the Windy City replay. You can see right in front of us there. Actually, it was Anthony Church. I thought we were going to see one from the corner, but that was when Church was heating up, and you were talking about trying to get the ball back to him. So we'll come back right after this.
Great night out. We're nearby in Algonquin and Crystal Lake with specials all week long. Enjoy 65-cent boneless wings on boneless Thursdays and Mondays. Get half-priced wings on Tuesdays. And stop by on Wednesdays for 99-cent chicken tenders and $1.49 kids meals. Sign up for our free Plays and Rewards loyalty program. Earn points, get rewards. It's more of what you love for what you already love to do. It's all here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Algonquin and Crystal Lake.
Back we are, fresh 8 minutes up on the scoreboard. Ben Erickson alongside Kyle Scully. Special thanks to Buffalo Wild Wings and, of course, the Windy City Bulls, the NBA G League affiliate of the Chicago Bulls. They've got a special family pack offer for you starting at only $76. You can receive 4 tickets, snacks, and swag. Visit WindyCityBulls.com for more information. Kyle, they are the ones that are making all these replays possible here for us during the Hinkle Holiday Classic.
You definitely want swag. You want swag anytime you can get it. So
we've got everything you need. We've got Buffalo Wild Wings. We've got swag. Tom the Plumber.
Great guy.
Custom
Tom's a great guy.
Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland, Rosen Hyundai. Are you kidding? We thank all of them for being aboard here. And people have asked, what do you do with all that money? When I say, well, all that money, it doesn't cost a lot to be involved here. Is that three-pointer on the way is no good? It gets reinvested into the high school kids that produce all this. Last year, we were able to put some of that donation money into this huge award ceremony that we do at the end of the year. And the bigger this grows and our better our donation efforts get from our what we call community sponsors and community partners, we start to be able to replace and repair equipment.
Oh yeah, being a part of the Beacon Academy.
The stuff gets beat up.
Yeah,
I know you
absolutely.
never dropped anything
no,
or did
absolutely
anything
not.
bad.
No, never. I was just a perfect student there. But yeah, I definitely being in the academy, going through all that, I understand how important it is to have good equipment that works well, and it really helps out the student. You're able to get a better high school experience, and you're able to get more experience before college.
250 kids in the program, all sharing the same equipment. It tends to get beat up a little bit as those free throw attempts there for Diaz are both good. So Kennedy's still keeping it close, Kyle, here, and with 7:25 left on the clock, really anything can still happen.
Oh yeah, it's been a great game. These two teams have been battling head-to-head the whole game.
Ricardo's back in there.
I believe that no team has gotten a double-digit lead on one another this whole game, so it's just been a complete battle throughout.
Whistle and a foul. I think that's going to be Javier Mendez who's guilty of it. Javier, just a junior. And that is going to send Spencer Hines to the line for the first time. Point advantage now.
Eyes now.
He gets to use both eyes this quarter,
nice,
so we'll see what happens. Got a blocking foul there on number 21 for Marian Central. That's Spencer Hines, who just checked into the game a little while ago. And that's going to send Justin Melendez to the line. Now, here come the free throws. This is what you were talking about earlier in the game. So we get a nice shot there.
See, when it comes down to crunch time like this, you really need to make your free throws because it adds up if you miss multiple free throws when you keep going to the line.
First one rolls around. He's not going to get another one.
See, that could have been 2 points right there.
Yeah. One of the interesting elements of this gym is the natural lighting that comes in from that side. You wonder sometimes if
maybe the sun blinded him.
You don't hear that much in basketball. That's for certain.
It was the wind. It was the wind.
The sun got in my eyes. Well, it can a little bit here. That one is picked off.
That's always a good excuse, playing outdoors.
Here come the Crusaders taking it strong to the hole. We've got no whistle either way on a blocking or a charge, so the referees are saying let the boys play. And Baranski's going to bring it across now with the left. Kicks it out. Golumbewski steps back, eyes it, rolls around, no good. Ricardo tipping it around, finally ends up with it, but it gets out of his fingers and slapped out of bounds by Marian Central. So shade under 6 minutes left here in this one.
Yeah, these two teams are scrapping. They're fighting for everything. It's fun to see. It's a nice competitive game.
And it is. Ivan Rosilla's with it. Gets it back to Melendez. Melendez sees Ricardo. Doesn't get any kind of a pick or anything from him, but quickly puts the shot up and it's
Fortunate enough to get it deflected back to him.
That he was. Melendez has got 6 points this afternoon and cuts the lead now back to 7 for Marian Central.
Yeah, if I were Kennedy's head coach, I'd be trying to get the ball into Justin Melendez's hands and then maybe get a screen and roll going with Ricardo, because those are the two guys that have been the most influential. They've been scoring the most for Kennedy. So when it comes down to crunch time, if I were coach, I'd say, hey, let's run some screen and rolls and try to create something off of it.
Hines connects. He's got 4 in the fourth quarter. So they're getting some help off the bench now, our Marian Central. Diaz has it slapped out of bounds by Baranski. Diaz has got 8 points this afternoon. Another substitution. We're going to see Jonathan Preston check into the game as Spencer Hines is going to have a seat. Hines picks up that 4 points here in the fourth quarter and sits down to take a rest. Ricardo playing outside of the three-point area. Can't get the rebound as he tried to slap it away with the right hand. And here comes Marian Central again, and Jacob Baranski is fouled from behind. We're in the bonus, so that's going to send him to the line. He is a perfect 3 for 3 this afternoon. He's got 6 points.
Don't jinx him now, Erickson.
I may have. may have.
I mean, I think we cursed both teams. They were 100% in the first quarter, and we're like, wow, they were shooting great. And as soon as we said that, I think they missed 2 or 3 in a row.
All right, let's see what happens here. How you like them apples?
Nothing but nylon.
4 for 4 is Bransky. He's got 7. Sophomore eyes it up again, lets it go from the forehead, spins it in, no good. And here come those Crusaders wearing the white, blue, and yellow.
This is good to see for them. They're pushing in transition. That's how they get all their buckets.
Nice little baseline floater, doesn't go, but a foul is committed. And that's going to send Chris Diaz to the line. He's got 7 this afternoon with a chance to extend it.
Notice as soon as Kennedy pushed the ball up and quickened their pace, they got a nice open shot off of it, and now they're getting some free throws.
Biggest lead of the afternoon for Marian Central here.
Finally broke double digit. Oh, nope, not yet.
Close.
Yeah, close.
Let's see what happens with these free throws. There we go.
Yeah, these are very important. The clock is stopped, and it's just free points right here. Free throws are a great way for Kennedy to get back into the game.
Couple of substitutions now. A new player into the game for Kennedy.
Yeah, interesting that Melendez is coming out.
Christian Davila is now into the game, or Davila rather, is now into the game. Second one is no good for Diaz. That's the 4th free throw miss in the game.
Oh, wide open.
Unable to do anything
Kennedy,
about it, though.
fortunate there.
Yeah, they did have a man down in the low post there,
Just
wide
open layup.
Thiergood just couldn't get it to him. Swing it back out top. Bransky with it.
And if you're Kennedy, you got to communicate through that. That's a matchup malfunction.
Strong move there.
Very, very nice move
by Mike Husek.
Nice drop, step, and finish.
Mike has now got 4 points on the afternoon. For 3 right in front of us. Front part no good. And Marian Central galloping back down. And Justin Bransky, or Jacob, excuse me. Another one goes to Husek.
It's like
Husek
getting a little feel in the post here. Let's see if they keep giving it to him.
6 points for this quarter. That is the largest lead now by Marian Central. We've got a timeout from the Kennedy bench near side as things start to slip away. And let's tell you about a great new app that you can find in the Apple App Store. It is Checkup. Checkup is the Snapchat of basketball. And I think it's one of the neater things that I've actually, basketball apps that I've seen here. You can find and set up nearby basketball anytime, anywhere. Download the app in the Apple App Store today. So I know everybody your age uses Snapchat.
Oh, yeah.
And now they've added the element of basketball to that. And if I'm understanding it correctly, you could be anywhere and looking for a pickup game. You get on the app and you find out where people are playing basketball around you, and you can check in and check up and get into those, get in there and play. So be interesting to see if it takes off. And we know both of these guys that have developed this app. In fact, they were part of our holiday basketball coverage years back when we used to do the Elgin High School holiday tournament. It's the Williams brothers, Ari and Armani.
Way back in the day.
Guys. They're from your side of town.
Oh, yeah.
So,
back when there was an Elgin holiday tournament.
Yeah, that tournament went nearly, I think, 30 years.
Yeah, it was a very good tournament.
Yeah, you had some bigger names coming in, and I guess they just couldn't make it fiscally work. So over here, though, at Jacobs, you've got 3 different levels playing at the same time. So I think they're able to make things work a little bit better just by virtue of how big this tournament has gotten between all the different levels of play. So
yeah, definitely. If you can fit all 3 levels of basketball in your high school, yeah, I think you're doing something right.
As a head coach, it's a no-brainer. You can take all 3 of your teams to the same venue instead of saying, okay, varsity, you're going to go to DeKalb. Sophomores, you're going to Algonquin. Freshmen, guess what? You're going to Bensonville. And it's you know how that works. Yeah, but it's just they've got it. They've really figured out a really good formula here. It's that's why we like to come so much.
Yeah, and it makes it easier for teams to support each other at different levels.
Absolutely. Especially if you got siblings. You know how many times you got brothers that play different parts of or different levels of basketball. That one blocked, and somehow back into the hands of Rosillas. Rosillas to Melendez, down low, off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound and puts it in.
Stick with it.
Is Anthony Church. Church has got 5, all coming in the second half. It's back to a 10-point game. Marian Central just needs to hold on here, and looks as if they will come away from this one victorious. As we said, usually one of the stronger teams to play in the tournament. This is the first time I've had a chance to see him in this one, however.
Yeah, Marian Central's looked very composed. They've been down, or they were down almost all the first half, and they were just very calm, and they just kept playing, and they played within themselves. That they were moving the ball very well and just getting each other open shots, and they stayed very posed, and I think that's the main reason why they're ultimately on top right now.
So Jaden Thiergood's going to go to the line for his first trip. That one, a high arcing shot, is good, and he has now made his way into the scoring column. 10 different players in scoring for Marian Central, so they spread it out quite a bit.
Another sign of a good team.
It is, especially if you're a coach.
You're getting everyone involved.
Get a body in there and you're not going to lose anything. It's always a good problem to have.
Oh,
shot's going to be no good, foul down on the floor.
Good finish regardless.
Yeah, Kennedy, boy, they had the pedal to the metal to start this game out. And I think we talked about it just briefly when their big man, Ricardo, came out. You know, how long could they sustain that effort? And it looks like things have slowed down considerably for those guys. If not in speed, definitely in accuracy.
And that is why they're losing right now, because they stopped going with what was working for them.
Yeah, they had the flighty guards that were bringing it down the floor. They tried to get it in the hands of the big man and then try to just beat you in a foot race if they knock the ball away.
They're being aggressive and just trying to play at a fast pace, and now since they're slowing down, trying to play in a half-court offense, it's just not their game, and that's why they are down 10 right now.
Both free throw attempts there by Rosillas were good, and as you said, it's back to a 10-point game. Far side, Golembiewski tries to get it down in that low post. Off the glass, the shot is no good, but fouled is Mike Husek.
Able to draw another foul there.
Mike's got 4 points in the second half.
All
4
in the
points
paint, in the paint.
In this quarter, and as you said, definitely in the paint and off the glass. So he's going to have an opportunity to extend that a bit. Still, though, with 2 minutes left, anything can really happen when you've got guys that can hit three-pointers. Husek's first free throw is no good. Substitution. It is Anthony Gonzalez back into the game as Christian Davila checks out. See the next two teams making their way in here. Crystal Lake South, as that free throw is good for Husek. Mike's got 7. As that one's taken away, Husek, no sooner did he come off the free throw line, he gets a steal there.
Yeah, Melendez just tried to force it there. I mean, when there's only a minute and 45 seconds left, you're kind of in desperate mode when you're down by 11.
Husek's got it. They're going to reset here. Baranski with it. Over to Golembiewski. Nice bullet pass to Thiergood off the glass. It's no good, but he's going to go to the line for 2. Yeah, Thiergood was flawless just a moment ago when he was there in a 1-on-1 situation.
I think that's been the story of this second half. Marian was just able to get the ball in the paint, and without Ricardo able to establish his presence there, they've just been getting a lot of shots in the paint, and Kennedy's been fouling Marian Central a lot, and they've just been able to hit the free throws.
Jaden Thiergood, another sophomore for Marian Central, one of 2 that has been into the game for those guys. His second one away is good as it rattles around. Yeah. Thiergood's got 3.
If I were Curtis Price, the head coach for Marian Central, I'd be very satisfied, as you're pretty much guaranteed another 2 good years with those players.
Yeah, it's nice, as you had said, when you can get those younger guys into the game to get experience. These are the guys that become your leaders down the road.
Exactly.
You know, when they're seniors and in their 3rd year of varsity basketball, they've been around the block.
It's great to have that type of experience.
That 3 hits just bottom part of the net there, is no good. And minute 15 left here. It's a foregone conclusion. Marian Central's going to get away with this one with a win. And as we leave pool play here today, everybody is sort of arranging themselves and where they will all fit into the next round. So 51-39 is your score here with just a minute 11 left. Game number 20 almost in the books. Plenty more basketball coming your way, not only today but throughout the tournament. As that free throw there by Preston is good. He's got 5 points on the afternoon. And Kyle, we've got to assume that most of the folks that are watching at home or on a mobile device are working today, and we certainly appreciate you being aboard, and we're glad that we can bring you this game because we know not everybody can get off of work and watch some
good high school
kids
basketball.
play. Yep. Second one rolls around, it's no good, but a strong rebound effort try to get it up off the glass, it's no good. That was Charlie Kramer, who I mistakenly had starting the game. As he has made his way in, now trying to inbound it is Baranski. Get it out to the outlet here, stolen by Rosillas. Can he get it off the glass for a lay-in? No good. Second time that's happened to those guys, those wide open layups. And when you're the coach, you know, talking maybe in the bus on the way home or the locker room, fellas, if we hit our open shots, we'd be in pretty good shape.
The little things, and that's ultimately why they started to fade away from this game, because Kennedy was unable to capitalize and do the little things correctly, like make free throws and finish layups.
Gonzalez made that layup, but a little bit of a touch foul there on the far side of the court, so we are going back to the line by virtue of the bonus. So not a bad ball game, as we said. Definitely a lot of energy both on the offense and defensive side of things.
No, it was a very competitive game for the first 3 quarters, and both teams, it was really just a battle, a very hard-fought battle.
Yeah, it's a good way to describe it, as in competitive. Both of these teams, Marian Central a little bit more size, the Crusaders at times with a little bit more speed.
But Kennedy had their scrappiness and played with a chip on their shoulder for the first 3 quarters.
And again, the lead throughout the first quarter. In fact, they went to the halftime locker room only trailing by 3 as Jacob Baranski's free throw is good. He's got 9 points, the sophomore does here this afternoon. Chris Diaz looks to be done possibly for the rest of this one. The next one by Baranski is good. We won't spend a whole lot of time in the post game, maybe just tell you about how some of the scoring went down, because we've got to reset and get ready for game number 21 as Kennedy rolls that one in to try to save some time on the clock. They nearly picked it up and walked with it. Another touch foul there on the other side of the floor. That is Jonathan Preston guilty of that. And that's going to send another one of the Crusaders to the line, and Justin Melendez. Melendez had 4 points in the first quarter, since he's only had 2 points, and both of those coming here in the fourth quarter. You get a good look there at Justin the junior. Spins and releases, nothing but the bottom part of the net. He's got 7 points this afternoon. They're trying to bring it back to a 10-point game. Marian Central going to get away with this one with a win. They're one of the more local teams, as we said, just a little bit further to the north in Woodstock. Kennedy, of course, coming by way of the city. The second one is good for Melendez. It's always neat to see some of the contrasting styles of play, as we've got a wide open down the floor Bryce Radcliffe. He waits for defenders to come, gets it into the hands of Charlie Kramer, and that's going to send Charlie to the line.
Yeah,
and he's got a chance to be the 11th guy in the scoring column for Marian Central.
Wow. Yeah, I respect Kennedy, even though they're down by 11 here, 43 seconds left to go. They're still fighting hard. They're still trying their best. They're trying to get back in the game. So I respect the grit there.
I can see how a team like that would surprise the heck out of you, too. You get out there on the floor, these guys are running around like their hair's on fire. Next thing you know, and the same thing happened to Marian Central. They were down 7-0 to open the game. Marian Central just came back, and both free throw attempts there by Kramer are no good. So, yeah, I think if I'm a team in the first round of like a regional playoff or something like that, I wouldn't overlook these guys, because
they're scrappy, yeah.
Things could get out of hand in a hurry. It's just a matter of, are they going to continue to hit their open shots and are they going to hit their free throws the rest of the way? Because for, most of the first half, they had Marian Central kind of
they were playing
reeling and clawing back.
Well.
So just 12 seconds left in this one. 11-point advantage for Marian Central. They're just going to hang on to it and let time expire here. So your final score is going to be Marian Central 54, Kennedy 43. We don't really have time for a post game, so Kyle, thanks for being aboard here in this one, because we've got to reload for the next game.
Thanks for having me.
And I think combined with the excitement of this game in the hospitality room, you're going to want to come back Thursday.
Oh, absolutely.
Thanks for being aboard. We will be back here with another game and a new link right after this break.
Buffalo Wild Wings is the place to bring the whole family for a great night out. We're nearby in Algonquin and Crystal Lake with specials all week long. Enjoy 65-cent boneless wings on boneless Thursdays and Mondays. Get half-priced wings on Tuesdays. And stop by on Wednesdays for 99-cent chicken tenders and $1.49 kids meals. Sign up for our free Blaze and Rewards loyalty program. Earn points, get rewards. It's more of what you love for what you already love to do. It's all here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Algonquin and Crystal Lake.
It's called Checkup.
Yes, sir.
And it's like the Snapchat of basketball.
Yes, sir.
Let the people know what that's like, man.
Check up Snapchat of basketball. This Sunday, December 17th. Y'all go check that out, man. Download it. Any basketball event.
Oh my God. Cross queen, cross queen, snap. Whoa, 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 get up, get
This sports broadcast made possible by contributions from the following: Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your heating and cooling needs, featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service, visit them online at customheating.com. Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? Save time, shop online at rosenhyundai.com. Tom the Plumber, Inc. is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at tomtheplumberinc.com. The Windy City Bulls. For tickets and game information for the official G League affiliate of the Chicago Bulls, visit windycitybulls.com. Check up the Snapchat of basketball. Find and set up nearby basketball anytime, anywhere. Download the app in the Apple App Store today. And Buffalo Wild Wings. Visit their locations in Algonquin and Hoffman Estates for some award-winning wings spun in one of 21 sauces or dry rubs. Or try a tasty burger or wrap. There's something for everyone at Buffalo Wild Wings in Hoffman Estates at Route 59 and 72 or in Algonquin on Randall Road.